You are Locked On Heat Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Miami on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is up, Heat fan? Welcome to your Heat Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, and let me tell you something. Tonight's the night, Miami. Let it out. Let it loose. What a game. What a win after everything they have been through this season. The Miami Heat gave us something for the ages tonight. A play-in victory, the first 10 seed to ever make it into the playoffs from the play-in. They go on the road twice, like I said they would. Chicago and Atlanta, and you can rewind it, and you could see that I said that. I was on it from the beginning with this team going on the road. You could see them locked in defensively. You could see them locked in offensively. 123-114. They do it in OT. Didn't make it the easiest on themselves with Tyler missing a free throw at the end of regulation. But man, oh man, very, very close contest. The Hawks took the lead in the fourth quarter. First time Miami had trailed in these two play-in games, and man, they came back and counterpunched. You see it up there. Counter punchers, execution, intensity, play-in Heat. They're a very different team, right? The play-in version of your Miami Heat. All that coming your way. So much on your Heat Postcast. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media. Give me a follow, make you holla. Also want to remind you and thank you for being here, making us your first watch/listen every day. We are free on YouTube. We are free wherever you get your podcast. That means Spotify, Apple, iHeart, you name it. And of course, free. You know, with OTT, yeah, you know me. This whole party on Roku, and Miami is a party tonight. Tonight's episode of Heat Postcast brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. This is your Heat Postcast. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. Got a busy show. What do you say we get it going right here on the Locked On Podcast Network? Your Miami Heat every single day.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Yeah, the genius of Eric Spoelstra on full display. I tried to time that StreamYard so that it just popped in with a seamless edit there, but nothing doing. But 123-114 in overtime tonight. Your Miami Heat with a win. Look at Spo locked in. They're 9-2 since the 10-game losing streak. 9-2. Think about that, right? So come on in, smash that subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. You get the alerts. And, of course, come on into the chat and say what up. And, of course, tonight, yeah, Rideshare Storm Chaser, one of my favorite handles. Boom, go Heat. We are like Jason, impossible to kill. And I'm thinking you mean Jason Voorhees there from the Friday the 13th movies. But, yeah, man, that's a great win for Miami, 123-114. You know, you're looking at this game, and I have, like, mounds, and I ran out of paper. I ran out of notebooks. I'm tearing sheets. I'm doing everything I can to keep up with what the Miami Heat were doing in this game down the stretch. But how about Davion Mitchell in overtime? How about Tyler Herro in overtime? Miami's guards just took the game over. 30 points for Tyler, 5 threes, 6 points in the overtime. He hit 2 big threes, as did Davion Mitchell, who had a steal mixed in there, forced a turnover on Terrence Mann. Incredible. And really what it came down to throughout the night is Miami was all over the court defensively. I mean, you look at the end of that game when Trae Young hit a beautiful shot just to force OT. Think about the defensive intensity. They could barely get the ball in. Miami limiting them to one shot throughout the game. Miami on the offensive glass, beast mode, giving themselves chance after chance. And with all that said, the reason the Hawks lost this game was Miami's defense. Atlanta couldn't shoot. How many times even did they have an open shot with a chance to take the lead, with a chance to punctuate a run, with a chance to make the fans go crazy? They couldn't do it. Trae Young couldn't do it. And I think a lot of that has to do with Miami running them ragged on both ends of the floor tonight. Miami so efficient with their energy, so efficient with their effort tonight, so efficient on offense with their passing, getting good looks, good shots throughout this game this evening, and just really outclassing the Atlanta Hawks on that court, man. Trae Young had 29, and, you know, I think he had 11 in the first 3 quarters. So give him props. He did what he needed to do late to get him to OT, you know, and really played well in the OT. They had nothing but him. You know, and then Dyson Daniels, I wanted to say this about Tyler Herro. Down the stretch and in overtime, big shot after big shot, huge possession for Miami. Not only was he hitting them, he was distributing. And yeah, Bam's effort was keeping plays alive. And even when Bam got the ball knocked away from him, Highsmith found himself in the right place at the right time to throw one up and in. So effort creates opportunity, right? The energy creates the effort, creates the opportunity. And when you get the opportunity, what are you going to do with it? Miami was able to do more than the Hawks were able to do tonight. And if there's a team that can pull a Golden State Warriors, that can pull, when the George Karl Sonics lost in the first round as well. A couple of times that's happened in NBA history. Remember Mutombo in Denver did it, and then the Warriors did it with Baron Davis, right? You can do it. And the Miami Heat are the first 10 seed to even make it through the play-in into the playoffs. Bam had the 5 blocks tonight. But what I wanted to say about Tyler is the work that he was doing in the fourth quarter, the shots that he was making, the teardrops, the floaters, even when he's making passes and making plays. Tyler Herro is the guy with the ball in his hands for Miami. And all we've heard is, hey, he averages 23, 5, and 5. Put him in the same category as Edwards and LeBron and all these great stars. He's not them. Wait till the defense cranks up. Well, what are you going to say now, haters? Take that haterade from Tyler is what you're going to do, because of the fact that he had a guy who's a defensive player of the year candidate on him every possession in Dyson Daniels. And what did Tyler do? He scored. What did Tyler do? He created. What did Tyler do? He executed. He performed. He came through for the Miami Heat. So you can't talk about the defense anymore and say, hey, Tyler can't do it with great defense on him, because that's ridiculous. And Davion Mitchell coming to this team, people talk about the trade and what he does on the ball. Played over 40 minutes tonight, hit the 2 threes in OT, the huge 3 late down the stretch of the game to even help him get to OT, steals, forcing turnovers, the swag. How much do you think it's helped having him at practice every day if you're Tyler Herro and you have to go against Mitchell and Anderson? That's helped him so much as he goes against guys like Daniels now and into the playoffs. So with everything they went through with Jimmy Butler, with everything they had in the 10-game losing streak, the Miami Heat have made the playoffs. They beat the Bulls. They beat the Hawks on the road. They've been better on the road than they were at home. And, that's just what happened. Miami is now 4-5 in overtime this season, and their season continues, right? Their season continues, and that's something that the Atlanta Hawks can't say, and that is something that the Chicago Bulls can't say, right? I mean, just unbelievable, man. Tyler missed the free throw at the end of the game. Even when things didn't work out for them, Miami, an NBA worst, 15 losses when leading heading into the fourth. Not these last 2 games, and not tonight when you thought the Hawks had taken control of this game. Let's be real. When Atlanta took the lead, you had to have been thinking like, yo, man, I don't know. When Mitchell hit the 3 that made it 98-95 Atlanta, Tyler hits a jumper that made it 98-97 Atlanta, and then Bam comes up with a block. I mean, just sequence after sequence. When the Hawks were running, the Hawks were getting that crowd going. They couldn't make the big shots. They couldn't hit the daggers. Atlanta could not do that tonight. But man, oh man, Tyler was making those plays down the stretch. He gets fouled with 14 seconds left. He gets fouled again with 12, makes 1 of 2. And, it ends up that Trae Young's able to get it to OT with that take. But man, oh man, what a win for Miami. 123-114. The Heat move on. They play Cleveland. We'll give you the details on that game. We will tell you what happened in this one. We're going to give you the box score, who led the way numerically for Miami, the team stats, and of course, much, much more, including your player of the game, your turning point, and one more time of the final score graphic. Heat 123. And the Hawks 114. This is your Heat Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. A couple great deals from a couple amazing companies coming your way right now. Stick around. All right, and the first one I need to tell you about right now is Upwork. Man, oh man, we love Upwork here at the Locked On Podcast Network. Why? Because scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. And you have to have that, right? With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers. How cool would that be? Specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more. Experts ready to help you take your business to the next level. Upwork gives businesses flexibility by connecting them with top freelance talent across multiple industries, including IT, AI, web development, marketing, and more. So whether you want extra hands for a project or whether you need a long-term partner, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable for you. Finding the right talent. If you need help with a marketing campaign, Upwork can connect you with a freelance expert who delivers incredible results. It's fast and easy hiring. Posting a job is free and simple, and within a day with multiple qualified candidates to choose from. cost-effective growth instead of hiring full-time. Upwork helps find affordable, top-tier freelancers to scale my business efficiently. And here's the offer for you. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's UPWORK, Upwork.com, to connect with top talent and grow your business today. Upwork, on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And we already told you a little bit about Monarch Money, but let me tell you some more. You ever check your bank account and you wonder, where did all my money go? Every day this morning, as a matter of fact. Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track like I did last night. It's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is not just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Surprising insights. When I started using Monarch, I realized just how much I was spending on food delivery. Now I budget smarter and save more. It's all in one convenience. Has my head spinning. Not anymore, right? Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check your finances, track spending, and even plan long-term goals. It's easy to collaborate, manage money with your partner, smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. So do what I do. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONNBA for half off your first year from Monarch Money on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. All right, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. The reset right here for you. Let's check the comment room. Be Cleveland in 6, says Rideshare Storm Chaser. What do you guys think? You think the Cavs are a real 1 seed? Because I don't. I feel like the Celtics are the actual real 1 seed in the East. They're the best team in the East, not the Cavs. So we have a lot to talk about day in and day out. The guys with Locked On Heat podcast, make sure you're here for that. Make sure you come in day by day and watch that show, because especially right now, man, and these guys said the Heat season was over a couple of times. So I'd love to hear what they say now. They're not saying that anymore. I guarantee you that. Your favorite podcast has a newsletter, Locked On Heat, right? Daily, one stop for Heat and NBA coverage in your inbox. Sign up free now, LockedOnDaily.com. The all-new free Locked On Heat newsletter. And at the end of the show, we have a prize that you could win that I can tell you about there that we'll let you know about that in a moment. All right, 123-114, the final. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. What an unbelievable performance by your Miami Heat tonight. Let's first things first, before we hit the box and give you the player of the game, let's talk about the
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
All right, Mike unmuted. There we go. They might be onto something. Tyler Herro and Davion Mitchell take over the game in overtime. They hit 4 threes. Mitchell with his defense was absolutely phenomenal in this game. We have man, I'm telling you right now, that's a big part of the reason with Anderson had a couple of big shots tonight and played the way he normally plays. And Mitchell put the S on his chest tonight, started hitting those threes. How many times did we say it throughout the season, guys? Mitchell hits his threes. This team's going to be very tough to beat. He did that tonight. On the road, they do it again. Miami with a huge win. All right, next up, let's go with our...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And unmute. There we go. We got 3 of them in this game. How about first things first? The Capitan, Bam Adebayo. I mean, you think about the game that Bam played tonight. Bam was terrific from the start, setting the tone. Effort and energy. It wasn't the offense huge tonight. 17 points for Bam, 11 rebounds, but controlling the middle of the floor, had 5 assists, had 5 blocks. It seemed like every time there was a deflection, every time there was a big box out that led to a rebound. Eric Reed got me thinking about Bam's box outs, doing it all year long. But Bam Adebayo is your first star of the game, leading you to the number 2 star of the game, who would be... actually, the reason they won, if you ask me, in overtime. Davion Mitchell putting on a show for the Miami Heat, and I hope you enjoyed it. 16 points, had 5 assists in this game, but 4 of 9 from 3, 2 of them in the OT, a couple of them late down the stretch to even help get them to OT. was harassing Trae Young all night. A big part of the reason why the Atlanta Hawks superstar was 9 for 22. Had 29 points, Trae Young did, but 18 of those came in the fourth and an OT. And again, 9 for 22, 4 of 9 from 3 as he heated up late. But hey, salute, Davion Mitchell, a huge performance tonight for Miami, and that leads us to our number one star of the game. Yeah, we needed him tonight, didn't we? We needed a hero. We held on for a hero till the end of the night, and he gave it to us in overtime in the end of the fourth quarter. That was pretty good. I'm going to use that one again. But Tyler Herro with another 30-point gem for the Heat, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, did it on Dyson Daniels, one of the best defenders in the league. What more can you say about dude, night in and night out, just getting it done for the Miami Heat, who now have made the playoffs, first 10 seed ever to do it. They play their way in. Tyler, the biggest reason why, 10 of 21, 5 of 10 from 3, 30 points on the night. So we told you about Bam. We told you about Mitchell. We told you about Tyler Herro. Before we get on out of here, let's give you the rest. Andrew Wiggins had a big game tonight, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He was everywhere too. Tough defensive assignments all night long. Deflections, tip balls, taking charges. He was the man tonight. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. I see you, but I can only pick 3 stars. All right, I already gave you Bam. How about Kel'el Ware? 12 points, 8 rebounds in the first quarter. He had 3 dunks and another lob, taking control of the glass, taking control of the game. He and Bam absolutely dominated the paint tonight, and that's, to me, the biggest reason that the Heat are moving on. Highsmith had 12 points and 10 rebounds off the bench in 40 minutes. Monster time for Haywood Highsmith to play his best game of the year, including with under a minute left. He's in the right place at the right time when Bam gets the ball stripped, and it just goes to Highsmith under the basket. Presence of mind as it's in the air to catch it like an alley-oop and put it in. I told you Trae Young had 29 for the Hawks. Okongwu had 28. He was the man tonight, 12 of 19, 4 of 8 from 3, 12 rebounds as well. As far as the team stats go, really, really quickly, the Heat shot 50%. The Hawks shot 43, but in the first 3 quarters, it was down under 30. First half, Miami really locked them up defensively from 3. The Hawks were 16 of 47. The Heat 16 of 42. Both teams dreadful. The Heat only 11 of 18 from the free throw line. Almost cost them the game when Tyler missed that second free throw with less than 5 seconds left. The Hawks were able to tie it on Trae Young. The shot with less than 5 seconds left. Herro's free throw was with 12 left. The turnovers, 15 for Miami, 10 for Atlanta. Miami had 3 more assists and 10 more rebounds. Their largest lead was 17. The Hawks was 6. Miami was favored by 2.5. The total was 221.5. So Heat plus the over, like I told you the other day. And what a win for your Miami Heat. What an unbelievable job they did. I mean, you have to give them all the credit in the world to go in there. Spo with the game plan. I mean, 30 points for Tyler. Davion Mitchell in the overtime. He had 7 points in regulation. And, 3 3-pointers in overtime for Miami. First 10 seed to ever do it. Back-to-back road wins. Now they go to Cleveland. You know what I mean? Just Miami with a 10-0 run to start the game, just like they did in Chicago the other night. And what a job by Tyler against Dyson Daniels, too. I'm going to say that again. And, Jovic was available tonight. Love was out again. We'll see what happens there as you head to the playoffs. But Miami just played great defense tonight. They played fantastic defense in this game. So where is the schedule for I don't see it yet. I know it's there. Where's the schedule for the Hawks series? I'm sorry, they beat the Hawks for the Cavs series. Where is the schedule for that? Does anybody see that right now? I don't see it. You're going to have to get Locked On Heat podcast. I'm looking for it right here. I cannot find it in this article, but we will have that for you. I'm trying to see. It's got to be, where is it? Come on, give me the schedule here, would you please? This is, all right, I'm going to search this up before I get out of here, guys, for you guys. I just had it in front of me. But Heat versus Cavs schedule. Here we go. We'll get that for you on the way out. And don't forget, Locked On Heat podcast every day with the guys. Don't forget the newsletter, lockedondaily.com. Thank you very much for making us your first watch and listen. Obviously, we're free on YouTube. We're free on Roku, and we're free wherever you get your podcasts. So that would be, it's Sunday. It'll be Sunday, game 1. Heat and Cavs. Game 2 is Wednesday. So we'll be here Sunday after game 1 of your Heat and Cavs Eastern Conference first round series. Until then, thank you so much for being here. And as always, keep your game tight and your mind right. Heat 123, Hawks 114 in overtime. The Heat make the playoffs. They're in, baby. They are in. And that's all you needed was a chance. Now, oh, baby, you got the Heat and the Warriors both in. Will Jimmy Butler advance past the first round and the Heat not? I don't know, but Locked On Heat podcast, newsletter, keep coming here after the games for the postcast. We'll keep you posted and up to date. It's going to be a fun ride, Miami. This team deserves your respect and they deserve your love for sure after everything they've been through to play with so much heart, passion, guts, and pick up the 2 road wins to make the playoffs. Again, one more time, keep your game tight and your mind right, Miami.